When I'm skanking, I'll skank it long time. Yeah, it's a reggae music. When I'm singing, I sing from my heart. When I'm skanking, I'll skank it long time. Yeah, it's a reggae music. Bossa Blanc, them a skanking Bob Marley music.
Hey, what's up everybody? I am your girl, Michelle Masanga, and I would like to welcome you all to Celebrity Spotlight. Hey guys, the weather in Gweru, I do kill us, I swear. Flu times, why? The weather outside is just, it's cold, it's freezing cold. And yesterday, we want to say thank you, Gaffa, for coming and making it a splendid night. Chero other people are complaining, but anyway, it's Gweru. Definitely but then enough of that. Today on our show, on our Celebrity Spotlight, we have the one and only beautiful, amazing, the one who's compared to our own Gweru, Amara Brown. Welcome to the show, Aisha. Aisha, no, it's okay.
I will not be compared to Amara.
Sorry.
Your own Gweru coffee, maybe.
Our own cream. Welcome to the show, Aisha.
Hi.
Hi, okay. So, what have you been up to? What have you been doing? We want to know everything, the juice, everything, girl. Like, we need to talk. Can you tell us who is Aisha Dawn?
Okay. Aisha Dawn. My government name is actually Aisha Dawn. Yeah, my name is Aisha Dawn. And then there are other names in between. And my surname is Nara. I am the daughter of the living reggae legend, man soldier, Mr. Government Man. Grew up in a reggae musical family. Grew up around artists. Vocal training was done by the amazing Chiwani. So shout out to her, rest in peace, ma. The amazing Andy Brown. Rest in peace and Sukulu. Alongside my dad. My musical journey started when I was as young as 7.
That's a very early age.
Yeah, but entered the Chibuku Road to Fame. I don't know if you guys know the Chibuku Road to Fame. I'm from 2011. Okay, so there was a competition ends the Chibuku Road to Fame. Ever in my band, of which I think it still is running because our own Travelers band went there and they won Chibuku Road to Fame. I won that one when I was 8 years old. I did it with my dad's band. I did songs that I composed as an 8-year-old, and I won that. And that is when my musical journey began. Exactly. And then, as a child, I was really literally just brewing myself. And then at the age of 15 is when I went into a professional studio, and I recorded my first single that was called Baby Boy.
Was that when you were 15? That's when you had like your first interview, because I saw it. Was it on YouTube or?
No, that is when I was 21.
21.
Yeah.
When you were talking about you composing your own songs.
I think that one you're talking about was like on with Nyasha the Diva. Yeah, I was 21 on that one. 15, I did that. I did Baby Boy, and then I stopped. And then in 2015, when
Why was the reason for stopping?
School, I had to focus and get my O levels and stuff. My dad was pretty strict when it came to the books. Yeah. And then in 2015, I was in my second year in college. That's when I started working with Kinako Music under Oski and DJ Tamuka. And I released 3 singles that went on air. Particularly Star FM, ZFM, Power FM. They were called Ready.
Yeah.
It featured Takuda. Hold Me. It was on a Summer Tux rhythm produced by DJ Tamuka. And Meant to Be on the partial Kanako rhythm produced by Oskid. And I was breaking ground. I was breaking ground, and I was owning the throne. I was doing it. Because I was doing reggae and I was doing dancehall. And I was not doing the same dancehall, no offense. I was doing dancehall.
Wait, can I take you back a little bit? You said you went to school, you went to college. What were you studying in college?
I studied tourism and hospitality management.
So why didn't you pursue it? You
I
wanted to be a singer.
I did. Professionally, I worked in hotels. I worked at Miko's Hotel. I worked at the Caribbean Bay. I worked at Fairmile, our own Fairmile. I worked at Montpellier Hotel Casino. I am a hotelier. I also am a chef by
So
profession.
you can cook.
Yes.
You should be invited as
But the love of my life is music.
Exactly. So you had to pursue your dream.
So 2015, like I said, I broke ground. Everybody knew me in terms of the circles, the musical circles I'm talking about. I didn't have to introduce myself to anybody, right? But life happened and I took a long break, a very long break. Soon after those 3 singles, stuff happened, personal things happened, and I had to
just highlight.
I had a baby.
You had a baby.
Yeah.
That's so cute. What's the name?
It's a boy. I have a 6-year-old. His name is Ailey.
So
Yeah.
since Mama started the musical journey at an early age, yeah, especially so trauma that or
He already is. He already is.
So you got a superstar already on the way.
I do. So I had a baby and I had to focus on. I never really talk about this, and I think people think it's too personal. People think it's something that probably shouldn't mention. But
babies are a gift.
I am a person. If you listen to my music, I'm breeding on positivity, on good vibes, and there is nothing wrong with being a mom. And I was not a teen mom. I was 23 when I had him.
You were in the right.
And so now I'm okay to talk about it. So the break I took was because I had a baby. And I had to focus on being a mom. I had to focus on motherhood. So that's what I
But
did.
that was the most amazing gift, right?
It was hard.
It was.
I'm not gonna lie. I was juggling being a mom, having to be a parent, having to be an adult. It just hit me in the face when everything was.
Everything came.
Yeah, I wasn't ready, but I had to be ready. So I had to choose.
Girl.
Yeah, I did. I had to choose motherhood or music. So I took back the love of my life, which was music, and I had to focus on the other love of my life, was my son. And I did it for a while. And when he's 6 now? When he was 4, I went back into the studio.
You came back.
Mhm.
And you came back as a blast, trust me.
That's when I went and I did Careless with Natio.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
That is when I did that one with Natio. Tamuga was, I just called him like, Tamuga is my cousin, by the way. I'm coming, I have a vibe. I said, what vibe? I want better, you laugh. Get a dipere. So I went to him and I sang for him. I think I sang, which one did I sing? It's my race and my time. Nobody can get my vibe. And that part.
Okay.
It don't matter who you are. Don't care what you do. Positivity is the rule. Just hold up and say it again. No stressing out life. That's the part I sang for him.
Wow.
And he's like, fine, I cannot come with
That's the gift. That's the gift.
So he said, sing it again. And I sang it again. And what Uncle does is, he makes beats with his mouth. He starts doing it, right? And he's like, yeah, and then he goes there and he starts creating the beat. And we had Careless. It took us 2 days because we wanted it to be perfect. So we'd write something and
As a comeback, it just had to be a band.
yeah, and I would write something and it's like, no, I'm not feeling it. And then we did Careless and we finished it and it was entirely my song, right? And we sat there and we listened, and in my heart I was like, something is missing.
Though you needed to collaborate with.
I didn't think it was a collaboration.
You just wanted to do it on your own.
Something is missing. I just kept listening to it. And then he said, we need ABX on this one. And then I said, yes, we do. And that's when he called Natio on video. And he's like, yeah, listen to this, right? And Natio got excited. And we're like, and I was like, please. And he's like, you don't even have to ask twice, I'm coming. And then he came and we came up with Careless.
Careless, and they always say yes.
Yeah, and so that's when I broke my break. That's when I came back but I didn't release it. That was 2 years ago, and I sat on it, just waiting for the right time. I didn't know what the right time was. Yeah.
Okay, so after the break, you actually talked about coming from a family generation of singers and stuff, which means that you never had difficulties in the industry, or you had other difficulties in the industry as an upcoming artist, or everything was just served on a silver platter for you?
It was never served on a silver platter. My dad is a guy who does not give anybody anything on a silver platter, right? I never got connected by my dad. Every little connection I have in the industry, I made by myself.
To make it by own.
Yes. So funny enough, sometimes I actually would like connecting to people now, because generations are different. The connections that he had back in the day,
They are now different. With
they are not there anymore.
Exactly.
Radio is different. My dad was the manager for 3FM, which is now Power FM. My dad is the pioneer of radio, right? And he made the Urban Grooves. Shout out to all of the Urban Grooves. He made local content mean something. He gave local artists ground and a stage for people to hear them, because 3FM brought this thing they called 100 local content, where radio is only playing local music only. You understand? So those connections, well, the connections that he's left for me are, I guess, the XQs of the world, the Rockfords of the world, the Mark Ds of the world, because these are the people that were groomed by him musically, and those are the people that are still doing music. And I'm sure I can go back to them and say, hi, how are you? My name is Aisha. Do you remember me? I'm Mansell's daughter, right? And they'll be like, oh, okay. And maybe that is the connection that I still have for my dad. But he has never given me anything on the silver platter. Not that I'm complaining, but I'm grateful because it's made me the woman I am today.
It made you a stronger person.
Yeah.
But then I guess he's really proud of you.
I think he is. I don't know. See?
But there's a reason you ever showed those much of emotions. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. But I'm sure he is.
Okay. So, as you go on your journey, you spoke about the project with Natty. How was that? Despite, you telling us how it went and stuff like that, how did it feel working with him?
He's always been in my corner because I met him in 2015. He always thought I was a great artist. So I didn't meet him then. I've always known Natty. I've known him for, I think going into 9-10 years now.
No, despite even working with Natty or with other artists, have you ever worked with other artists besides him?
Yeah, I've worked with a local Legion. As far as collaborations, I've worked with DJ Blash on his album. I worked with Alana. Oh my God, I worked with the beautiful Alana. We did a song called Mushamkazi. It's a feminist women empowering tune. Yeah, and so I got to work with producer Forcy. I got to work with Raw Music, P-Loads. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think what I did so far. But yeah, as far as now, those are the people. Oh my God. I worked with Aisha Dawn. That was one of my first collaborations. It was called Music. We did a song together with Aisha Dawn back in the day. So, yeah. And it was great. Everybody is amazing.
Everyone is amazing. Everyone is a motivational person when it comes to music. You help each other grow.
I haven't met anybody with an air so far who feels like they are bigger than, it's always accommodating.
So, in the future, are you looking forward to make it bigger than you're already making it? Are there any other projects that you're working on?
Girl, look at me. I mean, look at me.
Do
Do you think that I don't want to go bigger? You think I want to stop right here?
Can you share with us?
Nothing solid, but I'm definitely focusing on international collaborations.
Exactly.
Because AishaDawn is an international brand. When I made myself into a brand, which I am still making myself into a brand, working hard, I am thinking international. I'm not looking, there's nothing wrong with being comfortable local. I want to be international, And when I'm thinking in my head that I'm doing music, I'm thinking I'm doing music for the international world, which Zimbabwe can fit in there because the globe is a really big space, and in the globe we also have Zimbabwe. So I am definitely looking international. The biggest collaboration that I'm praying and doing affirmations for is Coffee, the Goldie Toast, the Goldie Gifted. I want to do a collaboration with her. It's probably gonna. If it takes 5 years, it's fine. If it takes 2, if it takes 1.
Well,
but I know it's gonna happen.
She'll somehow scroll through the interview and then just be like,
did she say that? Yeah. And I mean, my new song that we're probably gonna talk about later was inspired by Coffee's Gifted.
She is.
Like her album. The album is called Gifted. That's where like the song came from, my song. And at least that's the collaboration I'm really hoping for. Like, I'm crossing my fingers. I'm just like, world, universe, God, please. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So we're going to take a break, and after the break, we're going to talk about more and more and more.
Yangena bella bella tip 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 dum 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 bella bella tip 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 dum 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 tip 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 bella 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 bella.
I don't really care about the kids to the puma. She might have to flex, but the baby did flex. And I check out she hates. Don't put out with the hates. What you see, they can step into the casino. What about you, daddy? What about the game? Didn't even work now. Didn't even work now. What's up with just the song?
It's so easy. The night tunes, yeah.
Hey, ha! Boy, I'm in I can't take back hearing.
Welcome back, guys, to our Celebrity Spotlight, still with Aisha Dawn. So, before we even took the break, we were talking about, how you got into the industry. Can we ask, do you have sponsors? Like, talk more about that, the sponsoring side.
Okay, my biggest sponsor at the moment is a company called Homeway. Homeway is an online store that sells Zimbabwean brands. So it's t-shirts, it's hoodies, it's necklaces, it's like jewelry. So you guys should go check out Homeway on the internet. I'm telling you, the products are amazing.
You might just go because of you that I'm upset.
So that's my biggest sponsor at the moment. Yeah.
So you're marketing your brand for them?
I am not yet their brand ambassador. They just saw me and they thought I was talented and they felt like they would like to work with me.
Exactly.
And so those are my biggest sponsors.
They're located here in Gweru.
No, they are not. They're actually located abroad.
So speaking of locations and Gweru and sponsors, are there other people or another organization that has ever come through in Gweru and be like, hey Aisha, we want to work with you? Or
nobody has come forth and said, hey Aisha, I want to work with you. But I've also had sponsorship from Frasia 97, Auntie Wandy, you know her?
Heard about her.
Yeah, when I was going for my video, she went into a shop and she gave me some clothes and she said go and rock. So that's somebody who also sponsored, and I take even like the smallest amount. It's big for me, so
because I know.
Yeah, she gave me, so yeah.
What about the industry, musical industry in Gweru?
I've been recorded by studios for free. And I feel like that's also part of sponsorship, right?
Yeah.
So I've been recorded by Cypher Music. I'm not sure what they're going by now, which is under Legion. They have recorded the song Safe, which probably ended me a collaboration with Nati War. I did a cover of Safe It was a reggae cover that was produced by Cypher Music Legion. Also, I've done. My current producer who I'm working with is DJ Neil. He's the one that produced my latest single. Yeah. And as far as other brands and other corporates and other people, nobody has come forth and said, "Hey, Aisha, I think we're talented. I think you're talented.
We want to work with
Hey,
you.
we want to work with you." No. Nobody has done that so far.
But then have you ever like gotten threats or other troubles during the industry working out in line with Gweru in the music industry? Has there ever been like slides, or troubles with the producers or something like that?
No, nobody has ever come forth to me and said, "Look, we don't like you." I mean, I think I'm a lovable person, and if you hate me, then problem we have. If you don't feel like you hate me, if you feel like you have a problem with me, Aisha Dawn, you are the one with an issue. Because if you've met me and if you've had a conversation with me, then you would not have a reason to hate me. I feel like I am one of the nicest people anybody will ever meet. I think I help out when I can. I think that I'm an ear for people that are troubled. I mean, I have a social media platform on WhatsApp where I'm talking to depressed people with suicidal thoughts. I'm hoping to grow that initiative into something big. It's called Don't Suffer Alone. So if you really hate me, then the problem is.
So in line, you talking to people, motivating people, do you put that passion into your lyrics? Like sing about it, make it poetic, make someone say if they hear your songs and they're suffering, their soul be held.
Yeah.
Which song have you done?
Ignite, and Careless. My previous songs have been love songs, but because of the maturity in me and I've self-reflected, and I know that I was put here on this earth to be a minister. I might not be ministering in gospel, but I'm ministering in the genre that I'm doing, and I am talking to people and I'm letting them know that it's okay to take your time. It's okay to fail. It's okay to not have material things. It's alright to just take your time, to just trust the process. And so I feel like if I keep getting the platform, right, I think I'm gonna touch a lot of hearts.
Okay. Have you ever thought about doing your own shows, like motivating, like what Oprah does?
Like being like talking to people.
I don't know. Maybe we can talk about it or become a poetic person or just share.
I'm not gonna. I haven't put thought into that yet. I like to do things anonymously, so a person will come to me with their problem and we talk in the background, and I give them my 2 cents in the background. I don't feel like I should be airing out people's emotions and emotional breakdowns just because I want to get famous. I can get famous from singing. I don't want to get famous for helping people.
Okay. Yeah. So speaking about helping people, have you ever mentored, helped other young singers, to come out or worked with someone who has made it big, who has come from your hands? I don't know.
Aisha Dawn came from my hands.
Okay.
Did you guys know that?
No, we didn't.
Aisha came from my hands. I met him when he was just a guy who was playing guitar on the streets, singing with his friends. I used to see him a lot. And I was like, no,
you don't deserve to be big.
So I went back to the studio to ask him, and some guy said, I found John Legend, you guys. And I said, what do you mean? I said, I'm bringing him. Right? Because I was the girl who was lucky enough to hang out with the producers. I was the girl who was lucky enough to be in studios because my dad always used to let me, right? My parents were never strict about me going and making music. I mean, I came from the hands of the Anatoli G. I don't know if you guys know Tony G. Anatoli G was my pioneer of production. That's where I came from, right? So I was lucky to be able to work the one of the guy.
So you wanted to give someone that type of producer.
So Yasha, I met him and we went and I was like, I want to do a song with you. I went and I paid. They have $50. They have made a kind of night. Ndovadara studio ndovada chaita song to get into music na Nyasha. Tapeza ipapo that was his first ever time we've been at studio. And I know you guys can tag him and he can. And once
So it's a comment.
he can say he can confirm this story.
That is true.
Right? And after that, he's Dreamstar, in my China so. Look, I write advice. That Nyasha, you know Dreamstar. That she didn't quite a good kind of saying Katashit. Hatiruzi, Andy.
And found one negative energy.
Yeah, the Bataya now Dreamstar. But a pina, in a Nyasha is 2 and I end up in a Gweru. Can I Kublawayo. Can qualify 3-5, no one 3 Blawayo, in a Nyasha 2 and Gweru. We represented. Went to Anadi. I had to make it to China because I think I had to go back or something. But Nyasha then went to China and he started working with those guys, and that's where he came from, and that's how Nyasha became, and that's where Nyasha's confidence came from.
Exactly.
And then, so I feel like Nyasha is my child. Hi, my child.
I guess you're really proud of your child.
I have moments where I want to cry, like when I see him perform on stage. Right? When he came, he performed Camila the other day. You have no idea how that made me feel. And this is the dream we always wanted. Look, Nyasha, people know you now. Yeah.
You made it.
So I think Nyasha came from my hands. I'm mentoring DJ now.
Okay.
I have an ear for good things, for good music, because I grew around music. So I heard DJ now and I said, this guy, Manawu, because he's a youngster, he needs a platform. His production is being heard all over. Right? Our new song is being heard all over.
You've been making it big. Speaking of a new song, can you please tell us about your new release? Your new release. Taking a break, guys. We're coming back.
Easy skanking, rubber dubber music. Reggae music, I'm singing it straight from my heart. Reggae music, I'm skanking it for a long time. Yeah. When I'm singing, I sing from my heart. When I'm skanking, I skank it long time. Yeah. It's a reggae music. When I'm singing, I sing from my heart. When I'm skanking, I skank it long time. Yeah. It's a reggae music. Bossa Blanc, them a skanking Bob Marley music. Bossa Blanc, it's a touch, it's a trench down rap. Bossa Blanc, Jamaica straight to Ethiopia. Bossa Blanc, them entertain some lovers rock. Zimbabwe true to Almighty. South Africa we have some lucky duvet. Nobody can stop reggae music. Enough respect to embarrass all reggae music, I'm singing it straight from my heart. Reggae music, I'm skanking it for a long time. Yeah. When I sing it, I sing from my heart. When I'm skanking long time. Yeah. It's a reggae music. When I'm singing, I sing from my heart. When I'm skanking, I skank it long time. Yeah. It's a reggae music.
We were talking about, you mentoring other people and all that. Then you mentioned something about a new release of a new song. Can you tell us about that? The song is called The Time.
Ignite! When you talk about ignite, you have to really ignite.
Be confident about it,
Yeah. So that's my current baby. So my musical predictions, I call them my babies.
Okay.
So Ignite is my new baby, and to be honest, I think it's doing well.
It is.
Yeah, because we're fighting for a spot in the Star FM top 20 hit list, which is a big thing. Airplay is a big deal.
Okay. So do they really have to vote?
Yeah, people go to there's a number. I don't remember about the number by heart, but there's a number you vote on. It's a Star FM number, and also it was Song of the Week on 98.4.
Yeah, that's
so apparently it was competing at X Papi, I love you, but the garbage guy.
That's big.
So it was competing with Paya, right? And ndiyo yakawanda mavhotsi akawanda. So Gweru massive, you guys.
Thank you. That's grateful.
Right, and I've had coverage on a French magazine.
Wow, that's huge.
I've had coverage on I've had coverage on Ghana Weekly.
Wow.
Not forgetting Gweru Celeb.
Yeah.
Coverage on there.
Yes, like,
I've had coverage on this guy's blog as well. I'm sorry I forget his name, but he was doing a critic. He was underlining a song, right? And he spoke about he doesn't like songs that have few verses and few lyrics, but he says with Ignite it just does it for him, right? I've had coverage on. I think I'm forgetting something major as well. That I've had coverage on. I've also had coverage on Zim Celebs twice now. 2 times now, and most of 99.9% of the comments on Ignite are positive. People love the song.
it is a touching
It's
song.
really doing well.
Exactly.
I think if Gweru Massive go on my YouTube channel and subscribe and watch, it's not gonna push out my views. You understand?
Exactly, because the previous show we were talking about, people are running away from Gweru. People are running away from Gweru, saying that Gweru is not growing, Gweru in
I'll
production.
tell you why. I'm also about to go.
You don't really have to come on.
Because Gweru will ignore you. You understand?
Exactly.
I'm grateful for people like you, for people like Gweru Celebs who notice me, which is very, very, very,
Very
rare. You understand?
Exactly.
We get shows in Gweru. We get the big the Wanawiki coming to Gweru.
But then you're not on the poster.
You don't have Aisha Dawn on your show.
But then you are Gweru.
I am Gweru. If we're talking right now, nationally, my city is Ngamira.
But who's
Gweru tumutoko. My artists Arkurira. Aisha Dawn. But my promoters are even Gweru. That makes me emotional. My manager is gonna kill me for this.
No, you just
He is gonna kill me for this because he says you don't do that. You don't say those things. But platforms like this are for me to say they will not have me on their shows. Why? Because waka what sport I hate from
yeah.
Autombondiziri, autombondizira anybody.
But who
sideline, because it's just that it's kind of no subscriber channel. You're missing out, my love. I'm a great performer. I bring. And my numbers.
But it's there. Ignite, come on, that's a hit
No
song.
one may pay my numbers. Can I use Spotlight?
My
My numbers are not from Moody. Could you feel also the Shukutawa? So I ended to tell my sister Hamundo Show and but you never philosophically in a group. When Shanda, Kanokashanda Vachakuziva.
But you're working.
You push Shanda
You're working.
Do your own thing.
You are doing.
Is it not enough that I'm getting on a bus and I'm going to Harare and I'm making music? I'm working with Tamuka. Tamuka charges 600 and more for a song. Give me my respect.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
ndaenda kushuta video yangu mapenalty mgweru nofana kwa platform yona ndakaenda ndikanoshuta video yangu mapenalty ekwaRarare maspinners ekwaRarare akandipa platform yona.
But then they couldn't give you the end grade.
Ma TikTokers ekwaRarare ari kundi TikTok mgweru amuna ma TikTokers.
Guys, the hate that is in Gweru, guys.
We can cut it with the knife.
Yes,
The negativity in this town.
because
It needs to stop.
and we need to grow.
Unfortunately, we can't. I'm not gonna be able to stop that.
No, you know what? The reason why we created this show, right? We haven't talked about that, we're just talking about because we need to go and then we need to make it clear. We are trying to make something happen. We are trying to make you guys, your voices heard, the things that you cannot say out loud there.
But unfortunately, no one is gonna care what we say.
We hope they
You
can.
understand?
We hope they can.
Tamuka got fed up and he left. Oski got fed up and he left. Takura got fed up and he left. Mr. Brown got fed up and he left. Nyasha David got fed up and he left.
You were about to
Aisha Dawn is fed up and she's leaving. You understand? And there is no pun. Kanamakuzundi appreciate her as your prophet, because your prophet is never celebrated in their own town. When you finally appreciate me, I want to know where. You know we are static, but I'm gonna go and make it out there because that is where the support is. You know?
Guys, we need to support each other. We need to support each other.
And it also starts with corporates.
Exactly.
Kwarare, why is another industry? Why is the music industry solid? Because my corporates are Kwarare. I don't appreciate our art.
And you know, they are there.
My corporates are Kwarare. We don't cheat. We don't break you. Come here, Harare. What are you musician actually a brand ambassador brand? Gweru tinayo Delta. Tine Delta department yangu.
Exactly.
Asikana wanaita gigi kuna maka.
Wekunze vachikusiyayi Mary.
Ona.
She's angry, girl. I've let it all out. Let it all out. Let you have to be yours. Yeah, I get you.
Club excited. Hayi ngondo platform yathu ngithi chirira.
Muriko,
Tichiita mashow ikoko.
Tichitozoti Saturday tukina munhu waisha wedu isusu.
Ini ndakaenda ku excite ndichinosupporta anjadzi yangu na baba wangu natiwo. Kugigi.
Yeah.
I had to ndiyakandipinza ku VIP.
Yeah.
Undindisa. Mbabe mgwiro aradzi kuti ndipinde ku VIP. Listen to this, you're not VIP if you're paying to be VIP. You are VIP if you work hard to be VIP. You understand me? I'm working hard to be VIP. I'm working hard so that I don't introduce myself. I will not pay you money so that I can be in your VIP section. The work I am doing is enough for me to be VIP. Do you feel me?
Exactly.
So all those people that you are giving big heads and calling them VIPs because they paid you $50, they are not VIP.
Because they're giving you money.
You get me?
$17.
Those aren't VIP.
Exactly.
VIPs are the real OGs of music, of the musical industry. If it's a show, the real OGs, the legions of this town, those are your VIPs.
Exactly.
The DJ big cities of these towns, those are your VIPs. Do you feel me?
I do.
Not the Aisha Dawns of these towns, those are your VIPs. Not somebody who is paying you to get a tag, a VIP tag. That ain't VIP. Because when I get to Harare, I get respect.
No, they're like,
I get my VIP title. Because I am putting in work.
We said it the last show that we had. You know what? I'm on the artist because we are Gweru, right? We're representing Gweru. This is Gweru Celebs combined with CM. We are Gweru. Artist side that match. Because you go no tongo fura street. But then when you go to Harare, when I stroke fura, oh my gosh, Aisha Dawn, can I take a picture?
I didn't even know who I am, who I was when I was at the burnouts. But because I'm a star, I have the aura of a superstar. When you meet me, you can just tell there's something special about me. They came and they would ask me, what are you doing? Social media.
They showed here,
They
showed
did.
love.
Guys, let's grow. Otherwise, fed up. Mchati claimer from out there.
We don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
We don't want that. Guys, you heard her. Now when we come back, this is our last aid, guys. When we come back, we're going to shout out and then shout out to a lot of important people. I'm just going to just give us our last words. So don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Girl.
I said the hip hop, the hip to the hip hop. You don't stop the rocker to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat, and me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello to the black, to the white, the red. Lisa, but I brought two friends along. And next on the mic is my man Hank. Come on, Hank, sing that.
So, girl, do you have any special shout-outs, any special last words to our views, you know?
Okay, yeah, I want to talk about the people that have been there, because it seems as if I'm bitter. I want to talk about Mahogany, the Mahogany crew.
Okay.
Those people let me rehearse in their space for nothing. Not because I can't afford, but they say no. We all rehearse it because they know, they shout out to Mahogany.
Exactly.
Shout out to DJ Mash, Raza, thank you guys so much. Shout out to O2 Nation. When I was trolled by a certain Gweru individual per Celebs comment section. I was thinking O2 Nation they're there for me. So shout out to everybody, O2 Nation, thank you guys. No Lisa. Shout out to DJ Tamuka. Shout out to Oskid. Shout out to the Serpent, the love of my life. Shout out Bahani. He is the spice to my music. He's the guitar you hear on Ignite. That is him. Shout out to him. Shout out to who? To Gweru Celebs. Shout out to you guys. You guys are special. Shout out to CN. Mafoto angu ever social media. Thank you so much, and shout out to Andriana Ali. She didn't do my face pitch today, but
She didn't even do mine. She's supposed to be. She's our makeup artist, guys.
She's amazing.
Adriana is good. Exactly.
And yeah, shout out to everybody else who's just been there for the love and the support. Everybody who's supporting me in the sidelines, people that I can't see. Thank you guys so much. Some people want to do things in secret, some people want to do things silently. And if you're there and you appreciate AishaDawn, the brand, thank you so much. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to AishaDawn on YouTube. Don't forget to follow Instagram AishaDawn official without the underscore. It's AishaDawn official. Twitter, it's AishaDawn. Facebook, it's AishaDawn.
And don't forget, guys, don't forget to keep on voting for AishaDawn. You heard her talking on a previous show. Ignite, the new song. It's on Power FM, right?
It's on Star
Star
FM,
FM.
especially. It's on 98.4
Exactly.
FM. Please just keep
Come
voting.
through, guys.
Let's just
Come
make
through.
noise.
Exactly. Let's support each other. So, for me and the crew, it's unfortunately we've come to the end of the show. See you guys next Friday. But then special shout out to the people that dressed me today, guys. So shout out to Lister's Closet. We'll show you the pictures if you guys follow me at Michelle Masanga on Instagram. So you guys will see the full proof of how they dressed me. Lister's Closet is located at Clara's Building. No, it's Aldi, sorry. Shop number 11. Guys, go get your clothes. Look Gucci for winter. Come on. You also have to get this jacket. So, and also special shout out to the team behind the cruise, guys. CN, Mukuti Gonera. I will keep the good work up. And also to Gweru Celebs. Is it a man? I know.
Gweru Celebs, I love you guys. Love eating it.
We're totally looking forward for that. So guys, see you next time, next Friday, same place, same time, with another different celebrity from Gweru, from our one hometown. Aisha, thank you for coming, girl.
Thank you so much.
So we out next Friday.